Hi, this is Jeannie with My Perpetual Project. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my home tour series. I created this series to show you our home and how I have used color and style to make it uniquely ours. As we take this tour together, I'll show you the projects I've tackled along with some mistakes that I've made. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Let's go! Hello, today we're going to look at our dining room and the different projects that I have done in here. This sits off the living room and the kitchen. The first project I'm going to highlight is this hutch. It was bought back in 1992, was in the back of this antique warehouse, and it was really damaged. This foot piece we had put on both sides because there was water damage, and I wanted to show you that. You see how the wood is lifting away from the structure and it's cracked. So we built that little foot on there to help hold it in, and there's one on the other side too. I initially painted it aqua, which I loved for a long time, but as you'll see as we go through the house, my favorite colors are more in the deep earthy tones, and this color is a Behr product. It's called Chocolate Cupcake, and it may look chocolate cupcake to you. It depends on the light that's available, but actually it looks olive green most of the time. The doors and drawers, after sanding, because the piece was not painted initially, I just added a couple of coats of polyurethane to protect it. And since the glass was missing from the doors, I added this little tiny chicken wire, which I think is a nice accent for it. This is my little home office off the kitchen. I added these supports that I made from some banisters I got at Habitat, some little wood accent pieces and trim. And this was before I had a miter saw, so I just squared them off. If I were to do it today, I would do it differently. But they have a little bit of a look to them. There's one here, and then there's one over there. My little granddaughter, when she was 5, said, "These are supposed to look like they support the countertop, huh, Grandma?" Like, yeah, sweetie, that's all they do. They're just for looks. The flooring I installed a few years ago, right over the top of the linoleum that we had in here, which was black and white, so it didn't go with my colors at all. It is called Allure from Home Depot. I think I already said that. It is in hickory. I'm not even sure they have this anymore, but it's real easy to put down if you find it. It has kind of a tongue and groove where it sticks together. It is vinyl, so it's very durable, but it has a wood look. It does have a couple of drawbacks. You've got to be very careful because it will shrink. This is by the sliding glass door, so it gets heat, it gets cold because we get snow here, and it has shrunk. It has also discolored in this section a little bit closer to the slider, so at some point I'll need to fix that. One of my house plants, you'll notice as we go through the house, I don't have a green thumb. I do manage to keep plants alive, surprisingly, but I think that's more Mother Nature than me. I did bring in this little geranium this year. I don't know if it's going to survive. It is turning a little yellow, but we live in North Idaho, as you might know, and those are annuals here, so I'm just going to try to rescue it this year and see what happens. Another project I did in here are these blinds. Kind of have them open there, so you might have a hard time seeing them. They are taupe underneath that fabric, and I have covered them twice. The first time I sewed material directly onto them, and I have a blog post about these, so I'll link it in the comments so that you can find it if you're interested. This time I made little slip covers. The back is a different material. Let's see if I can show that to you with the light behind it. I don't know. Back is a different material. It's just plain. And so as you can see, I sewed it together and then just slipped it over each piece. There were 25. It did take some time. It wasn't difficult, it was just time consuming. I found this butcher block at a garage sale for $5 and I sanded it down and put some poly on it. The top is a little bit broken, so I've not ever used it as a kitchen butcher block. Don't want to have any trouble with food. But I did get a quarter inch piece of tempered glass to put on top of it, so it protected the wood from being damaged further. The buffet and table and chairs, well, table came from my mother. When she got a new set, I got these. They used to match because they had been dyed black. I think it's called Indian ink. And we had them professionally dipped to strip it off because that ink is very difficult to remove. So looks like this is golden oak. That's not what it's called. White oak. And this is maple. I do think I'm going to refinish the top, maybe as the weather warms up, because we've already got snow, because it is scratched. It has a little design from when the kids were small. I think that's a Styrograph, this little cute design here. But it is damaged, and I do think I will strip that and paint it. Here's a spot of that Indian ink that never came out. Got some paint from when the boys were painting model cars or something back in the day. So that is a project on my list to do. I framed this print in a large frame that had no glass, so I bought 2 pieces of very thin glass and sandwiched the print inside. I couldn't find a frame that would fit it, so I decided to go big or go home, as they say. To finish it off, I put some paint on and wiped it off, so it gives it kind of an antique-y look. But I just like the print so much and I wanted to display it. And then I have this little cabinet that was white. I think it's laminate. So I used chalk paint and then dark wax. I don't know that you can see the inside very good, but it's a green, light olive green in there. So there is the dining room. I put up that border years and years and years and years ago, and I still love it. Painted the chandelier while it was hanging because I'm not an electrician and neither is hubby, so we didn't want to take it down. So I just went up there with a little paintbrush and painted it to match. It had been speckly white, gray, and black. I just didn't like it, so I painted it. So there you go. There is our dining room. I hope you enjoyed this little tour. Stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your comments. The links to the projects in this video are below. Be sure to subscribe so you'll be notified when the next home tour video is ready. I'll see you then.